I saw where you said the WNBA, they're targeting Caitlin Clark. What do you mean by how she's being guarded or,
I
enforced?
think this kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie. But they were tremendously disrespected. And none of them are going to say it. But human nature is, okay, this kid's coming into the league. And Diana said it best. This kid's in for a rude awakening. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid that it gives women's basketball a bad name.
What happens when you put Caitlin Clark, Leah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell on the same team? You get one of the hottest squads in the WNBA right now, but it's Clark's latest move that's got everyone talking. Stick around to see how she's changing the game. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the videos. Such waves like Clark's, a tsunami is forming out of them. Do you recall when that famous coach told her she wouldn't make it in the WNBA? Clark's reaction while playing basketball says it all. She went from being a rookie with doubts to a postseason game changer in the blink of an eye. A tempest of uncertainty blew in first. The legendary UConn coach Gino Auriemma wasn't shy when he said, "This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality in the league." Oh no. The self-assurance of a novice could be shattered by such criticism. Clark, though, those remarks served as fuel for her. Now, in the present day, Clark is not just coping with the physicality, she is completely slaying it. The fact that this is her second triple-double of the year is significant on more than one level. A statement it is. "I am intended to be here, and I intend to succeed," Clark declares. Yet, how was this leap accomplished by her? The key is to adjust accordingly. Clark's strategy in this game has been absolutely outstanding. The league will not be compelled to adopt her style. Instead, she's embracing the opportunity that comes her way. Here she says it herself. "I try to let the game come to me and not force it." It's not simply empty rhetoric. That's the frame of mind of a player who is just beginning to grasp the intricacies of professional ball. As for the numbers, Clark's name is being yelled out by them. It is her second triple-double, and it is historic, not to mention amazing. This is not something a rookie should do. It is expected that they will face difficulties as they adapt to the fast-paced and physically demanding nature of the professional game. Clark, though, that playbook is being rewritten by her. The way Clark's performance is impacting her squad is even more remarkable. It was early in the season when the Indiana Fever were not considered title candidates. But with Clark leading the way, they're aiming high for postseason play. It goes beyond specific statistics. She aims to elevate others around her. Put it in your mind, an entire franchise's fate is being turned around by a single player who has just graduated from college. It's out of the ordinary. I didn't anticipate that. Clark is that guy. The intriguing part, though, begins at this point. Do you recall Auriemma's point of view regarding Clark's incapacity to deal with the physical element? Her performance is more than just a response to that critique, though. It is destroying it. With each assist, rebound, and point, she proves her doubters wrong. It's not simply that Clark is showing she can compete with the best. Evidently, she is capable of leading them. The fact that experts can be mistaken is something she is demonstrating. More importantly, she is altering expectations regarding the capabilities of rookies in this league through her actions. Clark may be undefeated on the court, but that's not everything that makes her so special. Please tell me. The triple-doubles and impressive statistics may be the only things drawing attention to this rookie wonder, but that's not necessarily the case. Clark's strategy in the game deserves our attention. It's not merely about natural ability, it's about her ability to gauge the situation and adjust accordingly. According to her, if it's a night where I have more assists than anything else, and that's what it's going to be, and then if it's a night where I can score the ball and get rebounds, then that's what it's going to be. This isn't some newbie babbling, it's the mentality of a player who has perfected the skill of being receptive to opportunities. The intriguing part, though, begins at this point. Clark isn't operating in isolation. Kelsey Mitchell, Leah Boston, and her chemistry is outstanding. A new dynamic has emerged on the floor thanks to these three. They're not merely playing together, it's as if Clark were conducting a basketball symphony. You may be asking, what is going through Clark's mind at this time? Is she obsessed with numbers, striking out for attention? Not at all. All she can think about is the squad. According to her, when your team wins, like, you got to win to have all that on the side, and nobody really cares about that. The entire Fever squad is being lifted by that winning mentality, not just empty rhetoric. In the spirit of victory, I'd want to discuss the coaching staff's strategy for utilizing Clark. Rather than merely integrating her, they are crafting a system that plays to her abilities. And what was the outcome? An energetic play style that is facilitating her teammates' victories. Since Clark became a member of the band, the Fever's success has increased dramatically, and that is not a coincidence. Hold just a second, there's more to the tale. Do you recall how many people were skeptical about Clark's capacity to manage the physicality of WNBA play? She's excelling at it, not only surviving. Adaptability and basketball intelligence are just as important as physical strength, and she proves that every game. An ideal convergence of competence, attitude, and cooperation is unfolding before our eyes. In fact, Clark is altering the game rather than merely playing it. Her versatility, which allows her to score one game and set up teammates for success the next, is exciting both sides. A common objection is that many players can play multiple positions. I see what you're saying, but how often do rookies take center stage the moment they step foot in the league? Who among them can claim to have made a dramatic impact on their team's postseason prospects in just their rookie season? This is where the influence of Clark extends beyond the financial aspect. She's influencing her team's culture as much as she's boosting their stats. Playing the game of basketball the right way is something she's very passionate about, and it shows. From the starters to the bench warmers, everyone is getting a boost from her. The main season was only a practice run. Clark is now the center of attention as the Fever prepare for their postseason run. Will her dazzling performance be enough to win over the naysayers and propel this squad to victory? The WNBA's past might be rewritten in the weeks to come. The Indiana Fever will start a new chapter on September 22nd. A new degree of anticipation and stress has arrived: the playoffs. Caitlin Clark, a rookie star, is largely responsible for the incredible trip that the Fever has taken thus far. However, let's not jump to conclusions. The postseason is a whole other animal. Every possession is crucial as the tension increases and the stakes rise. Is Clark, who has been outstanding all season long, going to be able to keep it up in the clutch? Experts appear to hold this view. Anxieties regarding the Fever's chances of winning the championship are on the rise. And it's not only Clark, the whole squad has benefited from her leadership. The Fever aren't content with merely making the playoffs. They are considered formidable opponents. Outside of the stat sheet, Clark has an impact. The Fever team's culture, expectations, and DNA have all been altered by her. Playoff basketball, though, is a game of intensity and concentration. When her teammate Leah Boston stressed the importance of these factors in the playoffs, Clark couldn't have said it better. You may be asking if a rookie can manage such high levels of pressure. Clark, if anyone can, then he certainly can. This athlete has proven time and time again that she can go the full distance without a break. She has indefatigable dedication to the game and incredible stamina. But in the postseason, it's an entirely different obstacle. The home court advantage is helping the Fever in one way. You can bet that the fans, as well as the players and coaches, are aware of this. Their chances of gaining the momentum necessary for a deep playoff run could improve if they win at home. When Clark is in charge, the atmosphere at home games will be absolutely fantastic. But first, let's step back and look at the broader view. A single playoff run or season is insignificant. Perhaps what we're witnessing with Clark and the Fever is only the beginning. A possible change in the WNBA scene is what we're discussing here. More than just having a good game, Clark is altering people's views on what a rookie can accomplish in this league. Put it in your mind, how frequently do you witness a rookie taking center stage for a playoff team the moment they step on the field? It's unusual in most sports, but the WNBA is the exception rather than the rule. By going above and beyond, Clark is not only shattering expectations, but also records. Can she maintain her performance when the stakes are the highest? That is the million-dollar issue. When a team makes it to the playoffs, great players become legendary. This is Clark's opportunity to finally put her skeptics to rest. There will be challenges ahead. The playoffs are a time for every team to shine, and the Fever will be no exception. There will be barriers put in place to prevent Clark from succeeding, tactics developed to derail her.